All right, guys, welcome back to Basement Talk. We have a special guest here.
Very special guest.
We can't wait to get into this podcast. And Kyler, welcome. Ovase, welcome. But we're back in the studio. We're ready to roll. And I just want to say thank you so much for this gift.
You're unbelievably welcome. You know, anytime I'm invited anywhere and you guys are nice enough to have me on the show, is got to bring a gift. You know,
thank you. No, we really appreciate it.
You can't come empty-handed.
Let's crack it.
It's not how it works.
We're gonna crack it open. We're gonna pour us some glasses, and then we'll start getting into it.
That's some premium ASMR content right there.
But I mean, while we're doing that, why don't you just, because a lot of the viewers probably don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, quickly introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah. No. Well, my name is Gage. My real name, Gage. And then my professional business name in the music industry is Sevnth Heavn. I'm a music producer. I'm a composer. I'm a content creator. I'm business owner, fitness instructor. You know, there's a lot of things that I do. But yeah, it's kind of like an overview. I'm sure we're gonna dive into some of the deets about some of the stuff. But yeah, no, I'm stoked to be on, dude. I love podcasts, man. I love talking, man. I usually get to talk to my dog, so you know it's like really dope to interact with humans.
Wow. Yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on. I know I called you kind of out of a whim, because you and I go back.
Dude,
so
yeah.
That's something I wanted to hear, honestly,
man,
right away.
Yeah. Me and this guy go way back.
Yeah.
I don't even know. It's been a long time. Oh.
Cheers.
I'm going to scoot away from the mic here to grab my drinky. Oh, cheers, boys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for the gift. You're the first guest that's come on and given us a gift.
Oh, yeah. That's just...
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, all the guests watching, I mean, come on, you guys got to learn from this.
Come on, guys.
We can't count James out with the bruise, but...
Bruise count. That's a gift.
But dude, this is James. Next level.
If you see this, I want front row at fucking the next event.
Oh, yeah.
With your C250?
Get the fuck out, dude. Oh, yeah.
This tastes amazing.
Great. Wow, this is good.
Wow. Yeah, I don't...
So how did you guys meet, man?
An hour's worth of... You okay? You had one sip.
Fuck,
you had one
I'm already
sip.
Drunk, dude.
It's the oranges, man. It's the oranges.
Yeah, no, Gage and I go way back from... the funny thing is, we didn't even go to high school together. We just had a lot of like mutuals in high school. And we were just always cool. Like, hey, man, how you going? How you doing? Like, what's going on? And always just like some healthy banter between us.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And then we both kind of graduated high school, went our separate ways, and we still kept in touch. He's kind of doing his own... We're both into cars. Heavy.
Very much.
And so we just had some stuff in common, and we've kept in touch, and I have not one bad thing to say about Gage. So
well, thank you. Yeah, honestly, my little perspective on why, you know, me and Avi have known each other for so long and decided to keep in contact is, you know, especially as we get older, you pick the people that you want to keep in your life and the people that you surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
And even from the beginning when me and Avi were young, like we always just had similar mindsets about how we viewed things, about how, you know, work ethic. He was always such a hard worker and was always the go-getter and was always super respectful and always reciprocated the same energy that I reciprocated. So like that was always something that I valued, and I knew, you know, it would be one of those things as we get older, we may not see each other every week, you know, as life, you know, doesn't allow that sometimes, but like he said, he called me. I was shopping at Trader Joe's grabbing frozen stuff, and he calls me, and it's just like, here I am on a done and done.
That's it.
Done and done.
That's
it. Yeah, that's how it should be. I think that is healthy friendships.
That is,
in my opinion, for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. What is like the main thing you're doing right now? I see you're doing, like you mentioned, a bunch of stuff, and like it seems like you've got your feet like dipped in like 20 different things. I can't keep track.
Kinda for sure. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say when I was looking at your Instagram too, I was telling these guys before, I was trying to like identify what you were doing. I was like, wow, dude, you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, like, is there something main that you love, or is something main that you do all the time, or is it all still just like spread out?
I mean, for me, music has always been my passion. It's what I knew I wanted to do since I was a kid. You know, I got into music at a very young age. It basically, as I say, it saved my life in the way of it gave me a direction at a young age that I knew I was like, this stuff inspires me. It moves me in a way that other things don't at this point. I connect with it. Let me see if I could try and do something with it. And so that was like the thing that I always stuck with. And then just kind of as I got older, you know, your visions change, your ideas and your progressions for personal growth kind of change. And music is still like my main thing, but I was an athlete my whole life. I always played sports. I played rugby. I ran track. I wrestled. I did pretty much anything and everything under the sun. So as you know, and I had a bunch of injuries, so I had to stop playing, unfortunately, but it was something that health is very important to me. So that's why it's something that I also do and I'm super passionate about. And I started the fitness channel, and then I've always wanted to start a podcast. So, you know, basically going on 2 years, I was like, you need to stop being a bitch and just do it.
Like do the podcast?
Yeah, do the podcast. Just do all the things that I've always wanted to do, which are basically 3 things, is fitness, music, and the podcast.
Because you're being real humble about it right now. I mean, you're wearing a sweater, but you're fucking jacked under there.
Oh, yeah, sure. I always wear clothes that are like 2 sizes too big for me. I don't wear mediums here. Yeah, but thank you.
You go to the gym every day?
Yeah, I go to the gym 7 days a week.
Jesus Christ,
yeah,
that's fucking horrible.
Monday through dude, honestly, fucking for real, man.
Dude, I can't.
There's so many days where I get up, I'm like, yo, this sucks. Like, I really don't want to do this. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no. So, but yeah,
you have a girlfriend?
I do. I do have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend now?
I do, as of recently. Shout out Lyra.
Lyra.
No, that's her nickname.
Lucky girl.
Cheers, lucky girl.
Her name is Lauren. I met her at the gym. She's amazing.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you. I was going to say, like, since you go to the gym every day, like, is there any, like, gym Rizz you can give the boys out there? Or, like, what do you think about, like, going up and approaching a girl at the gym?
I mean, how did you do it?
How did you do it?
Was it a spot, bro? Did you ask for a spot?
No, if I swear to God, I'm not just saying this because we're on camera. I have zero gym Rizz at all, because I go in there and I'm there to work. I'm there to work out. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to socialize. I don't want to know how your day was.
There we go.
I don't care about whatever. I'm in there to do my thing and make myself suffer, and then get out and go do my day.
That's
awesome.
You know,
do you go in the morning, or you save it for?
So I kind of have like this thing in my schedule that if I'm up if I'm in bed before 2, I'm usually up at 8. If I'm in bed after 2, I'm usually up around 9 or 10. I need my sleep. You know, I have to get my sleep. So my gym time is like usually about 10 o'clock every morning and get out by 1. So
fuck me, 3 hours in the gym?
Yeah.
What are you doing? The treadmill, the fucking...
Well, I stretch for like 30 minutes because I'm old and crusty and like all my joints hurt and I've had just so many injuries. So it's like I have to do all of that and make sure I'm doing preventative exercises so I don't re-injure myself.
I'm the total opposite, dude.
Yeah.
I go to the gym and I just like to talk to everyone.
And there's nothing...
That's why I look like shit. But no.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. I go to the gym. Genuinely.
I've always, like I said, I really, really hate the gym. Like, every time I go, I always make an excuse, like, oh, it's like they're closed, or like...
Dude, they're never closed.
They're never closed.
This guy texts, hey, Kobe, you
walks up to 24-hour fitness.
Yeah,
they're closed.
But, like, I just never was a gym guy. But, like, when I did go to the gym, everyone in the gym just knew me. They're like, what up, Kobe? And I'm like, how's your day? Like, whatever. And I'm like, I've been here for an hour. Like, it's time to get out of here. You know, I put my suit on, I go to work, and I keep talking.
No, but you know what? You in your defense, you substituted the gym for golf.
I've been golfing a lot.
Me too, recently.
Golf?
Yeah, as of recently.
No way.
Yeah, all my buddies golf, and I was like, you know what?
What position
it's time
you play?
To be a golf. I'm sorry?
What a jack.
This guy's like, playing golf.
What?
I'm sorry?
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing for?
Honestly, I fucking hate it. It's so hard. No, I love it, but I hate it so much. It's so frustrating.
So it's the most frustrating, but it's also the best sport, because you learn a lot about people when you play golf.
Of course, yeah.
It's a people sport.
It's a people sport,
oh my God, it's
but
totally a people
when
sport.
you go out and when you play golf, you can learn a lot about people. Like, it's like taking your client out to golf. You can see when they get frustrated, how easily they do.
Totally.
How patient someone can be. And it's just one of the best sports because you can have the worst day out there on the course, but you hit that one shot where you can stick it close on the green, it just hooks you for the rest of the round.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about. But
well, I don't because I haven't yet to be on the course. I'm honestly still trying to figure out how the driver works.
Bro? I'll take you, bro.
Yeah, well, I've been taking lessons from my buddy who's the head golf pro at Strawberry Farms.
Oh, nice.
So he's been giving me like lessons for the past like 2 months. So
okay.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Awesome.
But also, I just want to touch on something real quick because I hate when people do this to themselves about the gym.
I was just going to wrap it back around, yeah.
Don't beat yourself up about not being a crazy gym guy.
Yeah.
You're ahead of 90% of most people who won't even step foot in there.
Yeah.
So really, take that as a win, seriously, because being in there alone
like 6 months.
is huge.
I used to step foot in there and
then step right back out.
But no, I'm after this podcast, I might kind of switch it up, maybe go like next Monday or something.
You need to get back in shape. Dude.
I'm a next.
I love it.
You know, I'm an honest guy. That's why I'm not like the
gym. January 1st is like gym, and then January 3rd he's gone.
Yeah, I'm really busy, man. But yeah, no, I also think like going back on like you meeting your girl like at the gym. Yeah. How was that?
To be honest, it's kind of a cool story, kind of a lame story. I've known her for like a year and a half just because I've been going to the same 24-hour fitness for 7, almost 8 years to this same gym.
Dude, I hate 24-hour fitness.
To be honest.
Say you seem like a Lifetime kind of guy.
Yeah.
I just need equipment.
That's true.
I don't care if it's rusty, if it's half missing a side of a plate. I just need a place.
Get in there, get out.
That's it.
You don't need strawberry.
I don't need to pay a monthly payment for a Honda Accord for freaking goddamn Equinox. I don't need to pay Lifetime Fitness to get my feet rubbed on the damn bench press or whatever crazy stuff that they offer. Like nothing wrong with it, but just for me, like I just need a place to go where I can zone in and work, and that's it. But yeah, so I had known her for like a year and a half. Really never spoke much to her. Like I said, I don't talk to anybody when I'm in the gym. You can ask anybody. Awesome. Like I'm hoodie on. Dialed. Don't even look at me. I'll eat you. Yeah. Like I'm just zoned. I'm just zoned.
I love that mentality.
In. Yeah, that's it. And time goes by and then probably about honestly like a year and a half later, she was like swiping up on my messages, every now and then, like a story pictures or stuff, or after gym pictures saying some whatever shit. And then one time she swiped up on a picture of me in the mirror and said some shit. And then I literally just responded. I said, do something about it then.
Oh.
And she said, I just might. I said, perfect. When are you free?
That's it.
Rest is history.
That's it.
Dude, you got to ask those closing questions, So
yeah, well, I was just like, at this point, like, she's really cute.
For the business.
Worst you're going to get is a no.
Exactly.
You may as well ask.
We get told no every day.
That's honestly.
Have you ever approached someone at the gym, though, and like
never
done anything like that?
Ever.
I think it's disrespectful for you even to say that.
I don't talk to anybody at the gym.
No, I really do.
I cannot understate that enough.
No, dude, I think it's disrespectful. Like, if you see a girl at the gym and she's, like, zoned in, like a girl version of him, and she has, like, her hoodie on, and she's zoned in, like, freaking just dialed in, like, working out, and you go up to her and you're like, hey, how's your day?
Like, a girl version of Gage, I am sliding through, bro.
No, meaning, like, all focused. My boy. You know what I mean? Like, all focused. I know.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean, bro?
I
think it's disrespectful to go up to a girl at the gym, like, hardcore. You got to kind of be really smooth about it, but you can't just go up to girls at the gym while they're working out. I feel like it has to be a safe place for a woman,
Okay, dude. I agree. But
you know what I mean?
I think there's a right way to go about it if you want to go about it. I mean, but I just feel like there's that line, if you're going to be a weirdo, don't even think about it.
Yeah,
like if you're going to say some wild out-of-pocket shit to this chick while she's like doing hamstrings and like bending over and you're like,
you can't do that.
Hey, you doing the weights or something like that, and she's going to be like, yo.
Yeah, no, you
get
can't
this dude out of here. Yeah, there's definitely a right way to do it, though.
There's a right way to do it.
What is the right way?
That's for you to decide.
I never go to the gym.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I don't do it, so I think it's weird.
Maybe if
in my opinion, but if you're gonna do it, there's a right way for sure. I can't tell you what that right way is because I have no experience from it, but yeah, there's a right way to do it for sure.
Maybe if this video gets like 1,000 likes, we'll put a GoPro on Avi's head or something.
Or we could just like
you guys don't want that footage, dude.
Could you imagine a straight up GoPro in the gym, dude? On your
just an Avi POV for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
You just
Pause. Hold up. That sounds so weird. I'm sorry.
GoPro posted on their channel.
Time out.
Man, this drink is amazing though. I really appreciate it.
I poured up a second one. You pussied out and put yours down.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't be
'cause
afraid to top me off. God, pause again.
Whoa.
Pause.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was about to say.
Whoa.
What?
What?
I called the pause. I called the
Why,
pause.
why
I'm
are we
sorry.
calling pauses here, man?
Hey, you know what? Honestly,
Flowing.
hey, we all got socks on, so it's all good anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say, what kind of music do you do?
That was what I was gonna dive into. Actually, yeah,
I could read your mind.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
That's brotherly love right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
See me after work.
I love it.
No,
Fucking.
what I was
brothers.
gonna say, I was gonna dive into that because you're a man of many talents. And
yeah, something like that.
Not only was I gonna dive into like the podcast aspect of it,
Yeah.
but since I've known you for so long, I've always been curious, sort of, how this music journey sort of started, and also like how it's going to this day,
Yeah.
and you know what is going on in the future,
For sure.
sort of.
I mean, to be completely frank, like, obviously when I first started, kind of give you guys like a quick synopsis of just the musical journey is when I first started, kind of how you asked me earlier about, I got into it when I was young and yada, yada. When you're young and you want to get into music, especially dance music is what I do, what I make, what I produce, what I love.
Dance music.
Like EDM, house
Okay.
music,
Awesome.
et cetera, et cetera. So,
We'll put some on after.
yeah.
for sure.
And
We'll
then,
vibe.
you know, my goal when I was younger was I want to play shows, I want to tour, I want to do the standard DJ life. That was my goal of all goals. And then, you know, as I got older and just matured and developed my own routines and my own disciplines and how I want my life to be, I realized quickly that I could never do that because I could never live that lifestyle. I could never be out all the time, partying, drinking, no sleep, shit regimen, not taking care of my health. Like, I don't care about the money. I don't care about notoriety or all that. Like, the sacrifice of what that would take out of the other aspects of my life, which I value so much, it doesn't outweigh it for me.
Okay.
So
It's a tough schedule being a DJ. I
No,
have a
it
buddy
is.
That's a DJ. It's wild.
yeah, I have a lot of buddies who are signed to Insomniac or playing, headline shows in LA and yada yada, which is great. Great for you. I'm so stoked. Like, I hope you're doing what you love and you love every moment of it. But for me, that aspect, again, as I got older, quickly made sense that I could just never do that because I value my routine and structure so much. But anyway,
I mean, I have a question though, because like,
shoot.
there's so many people I know that talk so much about, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that. What do you think it was with you that said, I'm actually gonna take action on all these things? 'Cause
Right.
I'm always curious asking
yeah.
someone that, like,
The execution.
there's people that talk
Yeah,
and then there's
you just
people
said
that
it.
do, and you're doing it. So what is motivating you and driving you to do all these things?
The opportunity and the privilege to do it. You know what I mean? This is what I wanted to do since I was a kid. And I knew from a very early time that I could never work a regular job. It just wasn't for me. There's nothing wrong with it. I just can't live under that and be held to that. It's just not who I am. And I tried to go to school for music in LA. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my degree. I went there for a year, hated it, moved back. So part of why I'm motivated is the traditional routes, per se, weren't for me. And I want to do something that's entrepreneurial, that's creative.
There we go.
But that only happens if you do it.
Yeah.
And anything that you want to do,
Right, no one's gonna do it for you.
it is up to you to get done what needs to get done. And it's also a thing for it's proving to my grandparents a lot that I made the right choice for my life. Because I'm adopted. My mom and my dad had no business having a kid. Dad left, mom left, drugs, et cetera, et cetera. And my parents quite literally saved my life. Wow. I was left in the back of a camper shell for days, and they found me and yada, yada. Wow. So it's like a pretty crazy story, but, as I get older, it's also, to me, a driving factor that I have to make them proud because they gave me the opportunity to put me in a position in life to do anything and everything I ever wanted, put me at the door, but to get through the door, I have to do the work. And if I don't, I feel like I'm letting them down. So that's a huge driving factor for me. Yes, it's for myself because I want to be successful and I want to have all these things that I've done and that I've built and that I can be proud of. But full transparency, a lot of it is for them. So, when they're gone, they're like, we're proud of you, which means a lot to me. That's a huge. Lot. So, yeah, that's some real shit right there.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, I'm an open book, so.
It looks like they've raised a very good, ambitious guy. So that's
trying, man.
You also mentioned privilege.
Trying. Privilege?
The privilege to
do what
you do.
Privilege is huge. I think everybody who has 2 legs, an able mind, and arms, and a beating heart, and is healthy is privileged. You have the opportunity to do anything that you want to do if you want to do it. It's the only difference.
And we're very lucky to be here.
That's what I'm saying. How many people probably around the world right now want to start a podcast, but they quite literally might not have the means to do it when someone in all of our positions who have an opportunity to do it, why not do it?
Yeah.
And try and be the best we can be at it. I feel like you're doing the universe or God or however you want to look at it a disservice if you're not going to put in your full effort.
The thing is, people make habits
towards whatever it is that you're going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People make habits for excuses too.
Of course. Oh my God.
And
excuses are like assholes. Everybody has them.
Yeah. So,
and a lot of people.
You know what I mean? Like, genuinely though.
I think a lot of people too just are afraid to not be comfortable. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone.
Of course.
They want to sit there and they're hot. And they don't realize it. They don't realize it. It's subconscious.
Yeah, it is.
And you got to just step out of that to really start fulfilling.
Prime example is this podcast.
Right.
We stepped out of our comfort zone to get this shit going.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're not no fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Like top-notch podcast show that everyone tunes into, but
no one was in the beginning.
Right. No one was in the beginning.
But is it supposed to be?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, we just kind of.
Why does your first episode deserve to have 100,000 views?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
It's a hobby and it's something that we enjoy doing. And you know what? We always say, save it for the pod.
That's it.
Save it for the pod, baby.
Dude, what was it like putting out your first piece of content? What was that? Because, dude, I feel like everyone's
first piece is fucking that.
Right, because we can relate. You have your own pod too.
Yeah.
Or even is there anything before that too? Or maybe music's content, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just, I feel like that's the journey as a creative though, is the, and I feel like that's almost the fun part is the evolution of skill and content per se, especially because we live in such a immediate consumption society where anything and everything that you want to know, to learn, to watch is at your disposal at any point. So everybody wants to be a content creator in some way, shape, or form. So, obviously my first piece of content, God, I couldn't even, be lying to you if I was like, oh yeah, it was this date on this day. But I know it was super shitty, as it should be.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten better and as I've gotten older and put more time in, it's gotten less shitty, which is welcome to reality. That's how it works. Like,
the reps.
It's repetition.
When did you start your podcast?
January of last year.
Okay. And you started your podcast, haven't you noticed, lately there has been a ton of people starting podcasts, though?
Well, of course, 100%, yes. Podcasts have become super popular.
The last 6 months,
become
especially.
Trendy,
it's become trendy
for sure. But I also think the reason why podcasts have become so popular is because it was due to COVID. Because COVID
That's also true.
COVID brought out, and it didn't, I think COVID exposed us as a society into realizing how much we in America value, oh my God, why am I blank? Convenience. We value convenience so much. Everything's shut down, but I can get stuff delivered to me. I could do this. I have to do minimal work now to still get what I want. Because we're not allowed to go.
Very true.
Because now we're not allowed to go out. And I think that reason alone as well, you couldn't go to the movie theaters. Whatever original forms of content people were, watching or listening to or whatever, didn't become as big post-COVID, in my opinion. Because I noticed in myself that during and after COVID, my podcast consumption is dramatically bigger. Like I'm listening probably to 2 to 3 hours of podcasts every single day. And 2 years ago, I never listened to podcasts. But it's the convenience factor as well. All the things that we did in life during COVID that was convenient to us because we weren't allowed to do other things, such as consuming content. Podcasts had always been there.
Right.
But it's, now I can be at home because all I have to do is be at home or do whatever I'm going to do, walk the dogs or whatever. And now I get to listen to things or people talk or consume information or consume entertainment in a new way to them that they may not have done before just because it's convenient. You can do whatever it is that you're doing in your daily while listening to a podcast. Yeah. So that was for me too. I was like, A, I had always wanted to start one, but I was like, B, maybe I should take advantage of the growing popularity of podcasts and do one.
Is it your own, or do you have co-hosts?
It's all my own.
On your own.
It's just me and a guest, and it's a new guest every time.
Not only is it convenient, though, it's also enjoyable. Like, I enjoy having a conversation.
Of course.
Why not slap on the mics and record it?
Absolutely.
And,
for you guys watching this, like, any of you guys, it's very fun. Like, literally, there's a bunch of cameras here, but
it's like the Spider-Man meme.
You guys watch, like, our podcast. If you guys have a group of friends, try it. It's really fun. It's honestly it's an amazing time.
You don't need to go out and get all this equipment either. You can just get like $5 mics off Amazon, whatever it is.
It's really cool. And we've been like really blessed and lucky. Shout out Zill Media for all the
Shout out Zill.
Yeah.
So we love doing it, and it's amazing, and we get to meet cool people like you. So it's an awesome time. But,
yeah. I'm sorry. I just realized I totally never fully answered your music question or your music question. Sorry, I got so sidetracked. Bro? I know.
The fuck?
So it happens all the time. Tangents. I get a thought, and then it just
What was the music question?
What's the future? What are you doing? What are you working on?
I remember coming to the Yoast.
Oh, yes. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, in Santa Ana.
Oh, I have a story about that. But
oh, my God. I used to play at Yoast all the time.
That story of when you were playing there, oh, my God. That was like one of the most fun kind of venues I've been to as a kid.
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Yoast used to be God, it just got rebought out.
What is that?
It was a huge theater and
right in the middle of Santa Ana.
Right in the middle of Santa Ana that used to be owned by White Rabbit, who was a agency or media company or whatever that owned the Yoast that they threw like all age dance music shows way back in the day, and then it got bought out, and then for like 5 or 6 years they didn't allow any dance music venues. There was no like raves per se allowed. It was just bands.
It was rowdy.
It used to get crazy.
You've been to it?
It used to get
rowdy. So
yeah.
I tried to fight me, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy now. But yeah, so I guess so we could finish that thought. It's kind of as I was saying.
The future.
Yeah, with more future and present, I guess. I kind of gave you guys my background of how stuff has transitioned as I wanted to play shows and do all this, and then it didn't because of the reasons I said. But yeah, now my focus is making music that I love, number one. That's for me. And also I've been able to come across really amazing opportunities in the industry just by meeting people, connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's true as shit, guys. And a lot of amazing opportunities. I've always been so heavily influenced by movie scores. I love movie scores. I love soundtracks. I love sound design. I love cinema. I love the emotions and the feelings that sounds like that can create. It's always been something I wanted to do, and I've had a really awesome opportunities come out here in the past 2 years to do some production and some scoring for really, really big companies, which is something that I really want to get into. Last year, God, what was that? Last year, 2 years ago? I don't even remember. It's been so long, but I had a song licensed, an unreleased track licensed by Facebook and Meta for an Oculus goggles.
I saw that. I saw you reposted that.
Yeah, for an Oculus goggles commercial. And then this year, I just did I scored completely handmade, handcrafted score for Formula One, Red Bull, and Blenders, their eyewear collab. So I did that whole commercial scoring for it.
What the fuck did you do? I'm really invested in Formula One.
Yeah, so I did all the scoring. So when you hear any type of commercials and all the music that's behind it, someone has to make that. And that's what I did for the Oracle team and for Blenders for their eyewear collab that they did. Wow. Yeah, so that just came out about...
That's fucking crazy.
That's 2 weeks ago. It had been like a 4 or 5 month project. I got it like all the way back in November of last year. And so, yeah, that's been really amazing. And, I got another one that's coming out here in the next 2 weeks. That's with another really, really big company. I can't say yet. Commercial's done, but NDA hasn't expired. Yeah. So that one will be coming out here really soon. And that's as far as that's current, and that's for me future. In the way of I get to do what I love, which is make music and create feelings and emotions and create amazing sounds. I get to have my time. I get to still maintain the structural integrity of my life in the way that it is, in the way that I value it so much. Yeah. Where I don't have to be out, with a lottery of I don't know what's happening tonight. Well, yada yada. Like that factor is out, and I get to dedicate time to the areas and to the people in my life that I feel deserve my energy, and that's crucial for me. Like I don't want to neglect any aspect or anybody that I've chosen to be in my life of that because I'm
So what's priority?
Too distracted. Priority in what way? Priority for myself, priority for career, priority for...
Just generally speaking, I mean, like, it sounds like you have a lot going on, but what do you prioritize? Because, you're your own man.
Yeah,
you don't suck up to anyone.
Totally.
What, in your life, what is priority? I guess generally speaking.
Yeah, okay. Honestly, that's a really great question because I feel that the priority question could be difficult to answer when you say maybe you have someone as myself who does 3 things in the way of where their time is divvied up in the way that it's distributed across other things. And, like I've had guests on my podcast, people say, oh, do you ever feel like you're chasing the rabbit? Do you ever feel like you get enough time to dedicate to certain things and yada, yada, which is a totally valid point. I'm not going to ever argue against that. But my priority, number one, is my happiness. Because if I'm not happy, everybody in my life and my jobs, in my career, and anything that I'm doing suffers. It suffers. So someone asked me that one time, and why do you do the podcast and the fitness and the music? To a very similar question that you're asking, and it simply said, because it makes me happy. Because I get to wake up every morning and be like, sweet, let's go. We got a podcast today, get to go to the gym, get to be better than I was yesterday. I worked. Yeah, I make some music. I get to send out some emails and do stuff that I've always dreamed of doing. And I'm doing it so in all the ways that I want to be doing it.
And that's huge. And kind of to point out on what you said, a lot of people don't execute that. A lot of people have like an idea or an ambition or some sort of passion, and that's all it ever is.
Die with it.
Yeah, and it's real admirable.
I feel so passionate about that point.
You go out and you fucking get what you want.
You have
to. Go get her. You have to. And
are you going to get it for me? Are you? Are you?
He's not fucking Joe Schmo's not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's no like...
It's reality. That's what it is.
It's reality, yeah. And I feel like that. I feel like that conversation that kind of topic can be
what's up?
Want to pause?
okay.
Yeah, I think we could do that real quick. We're on a video. Yeah, could we finish this real quickly and then come back? Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you, senor.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Probably like
30.
Una hora. Sí, muchas gracias por todo.
Muchas gracias, senor.
Arriba.
I'm gonna just keep
I love it. Oh, hell yeah, that's fire. That's fire shit right there.
We just went there.
I was dude.
That's super fire.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I love that.
Dude, did
That
they
was-
hear that? He's like,
That was fire, dude.
He said it back.
That was so sick. That was
I
so
don't know.
good.
My Spanish came out of me. You know. I
That
heard
was
the
so
accent.
great. I love
I
it.
didn't
I was
see what he
bogging
looked
out.
like.
I said 30. I said 30 minutes, and then you said 1 hour. I'm like,
Spanish.
okay, all right.
I love it.
What coming?
Here,
1 hour?
let me wrap it back in though, because I had a good question on the
That guy
priority
threw me
thing.
off, dude.
Sure.
Like the door open.
And I was like, yo, we getting like mugged right now?
Yeah, straight up.
I was like, yo, I didn't want my Solomons. I'm not ready to go.
That was crazy.
Okay, but here's a good question I had.
Yeah,
Let's say
shoot.
gym, music, and podcasting. You're getting paid the same amount for all three, and you have the same deadline. What are you going to execute on first? Because there has to be one
That's
that
a
I
good
feel
question.
like you're more. Because for me, there's certain things and tasks I'll have throughout the day that I'm like, oh, I feel like doing that. You know what I mean? So what would that be for you?
That's a really good question. I feel like that's a really hard question to answer.
Because you're
Because it's-
taking the happiness out of it, and
Yes, you're taking the happiness out of it. Number two, the likelihood of that happening is very low. Of having
theoretically, though,
theoretically that's happening. Yes. That's a really. I guess it would depend. I would weigh it based upon, because for me, you veered me with the question because you implemented money into it first, and money really has no value to me. Money's great, but
Yeah.
Out of those three things, I would have to base it off a value exchange type thing. Like if I'm going to prioritize this one over these two, but I feel personally that I'm going to get the most value out of it, and I think it's the smartest decision, and let these two other things kind of fall back real quick and be like, hey, et cetera, stuff came up. I can't do that. I'm so sorry. I feel like maybe that would have to probably be music, because that's my main earner. That's my main thing per se. But that's a really good question, and that's a really hard question, genuinely.
Here's what you could do.
I love that question.
Podcast in the gym making music.
Oh my God. Let's cut that so I could trademark that shit.
Literally,
crazy.
a music podcast, pumping iron.
Yeah.
You're just on the piano. Just
on the piano.
On the piano, hitting it with your knuckles, just curling. Yeah. No, that's...
But I don't know.
That's a great question.
I was curious because I feel like there's always, for me at least, there's always that one thing that I'd probably rather do than the other. But man, if you like all those at the same time, it's like, and I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, yes, they're all at the same time, but like I said, I have a schedule of daily prioritization on what needs to be done for each aspect. Like I recently just got a training client, so that's a new level of commitment and dedication that I now have to add in, because I'm now committed to someone else, and someone is paying me to train their kid. So it's like that now has to be budgeted in. So like I said, I live my life very structured. Like this time is you get up, you go to the gym, you come home, you take care of the dog,
Very organized.
do the dog, work on music if you have to work on music, or if you're inspired, yada, yada, at a certain time, this is content, editing my reels from when I filmed at the gym. If I have a guest, that's set aside. The following day so everything has its...
You ever get bored of it? Like
No.
just doing the same thing?
Why
Never.
would I?
You never do?
Why would I get bored of it?
I don't know. You just got to do the same shit every day. You never get bored.
But that's what I chose to do.
Like to do the exact boom, 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 boom. I know you choose to do it, but you never like wake up and you're like, fuck, I don't feel like doing this today.
I mean, of course, for sure. I mean, who doesn't have days where they're like, I really don't want to do this right now. But
you ever have a day off?
That's one.
Very rarely.
Do you have any downtime?
Like,
do you ever get home and put your feet up and put on the TV? The way you make it sound is like you're always on the move.
Yeah. Which I am.
But do you ever like have friends over to chill? Do you ever like go out?
What takes you away from that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
To be honest, it's something that I still struggle with to this day, and I've struggled with it for a long time. And kind of back to my girlfriend conversation is that's something that I really value about her. I'll touch on that, but that's something that I really struggle with. And like I said, I it's kind of what I was saying before Trash Man walked in. Seems like a great guy, by the way, but I always hate the conversation. If you always seem like you're doing so much and yada, yada, because I feel like that answer, when it's the truth, can be interpreted in such kind of an overconfident, cocky, like, well, yeah, I am. Like,
no.
But that's just the truth, and I am, and I work so hard to be that way because
what is like
I'm like trying to sorry, I hate to interrupt you, but
you're good. Keep going.
Like, I feel like such a piece of shit if there's a day where I don't do anything productive. It eats me alive. You can ask anybody that's in my life, and it's something that I struggle with daily, and it's something that I have to try and internally remind myself that sometimes it's okay to not do as much.
Yeah.
So you can live a little bit of life or get some experience in your life. Because the whole thing is, if I'm not doing this, someone else is doing it. Yeah. What'd you do? You sat here and watched a 2-hour movie. Those 2 hours you could have been, doing yada yada. So it's a balance act for sure.
For sure.
Absolutely. And that, like I said, it's balance. Like, it is balance. You need to have the times where you do not as much.
What's like
because it's hard.
Ultimate goal. Like, where do you see yourself in like 15 years? What is like that dream goal? Everyone's got a dream.
To be honest, I'm currently living my dream that I've dreamed about since I was 12, and I'm doing more than I ever thought I was going to be doing. Okay. But my future of my ultimate goal is to be doing exactly what I'm doing on a bigger scale.
Awesome.
Because my goal at all times, like I said, this has changed as I've gotten older, and I've realized my goal in life is to do what I love, to make enough money, whatever that is, to do what I want to do and not have to worry.
Yeah.
I want to love my family. I want to love my wife, my friends. I want to have my time, and that's it. If I do that, I win.
So what if
I win?
What if you're not getting paid enough for the stuff that you love to do? Are you going to stop doing it?
Got to work harder. There's always opportunity out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in something like the media business, the music business.
Yeah.
Like, obviously there's some cases where you may make music or something and it doesn't work out, but there's so many niches and stuff inside all of these industries that I feel like you just have to chip away at that little stone. Yeah, and you got to find it. Yeah. And then once you find it, then you got to stick to that. And that was something that I was talking about the other day, was knowing when to not chase the rabbit, per se. When is it that fulfillment, I replace fulfillment with content, because I feel like content has a negative connotation for some reason. But when does fulfillment become enough? If I'm making et cetera amount of money a year, I get to eat where I want, get to do what I want, I drive the car that I like.
Money's a huge factor, though, too.
Of course it is.
It can't be forgotten about, too, because that's something that's hugely motivational as well.
Of course, let's not.
But like you said, money's just a tool, for sure.
Money's access.
Right.
And money is security.
But, you can't just exchange money for, like, happy tokens or anything.
Of course not. That's not reality.
So,
But let me ask you, do you value your time or your money more?
you know, I feel like I'm at an age where it's like time is huge because you're never going to get that back. But at the same time, I'm only 23.
Of course.
So
we're babies.
Yeah, we're all the same age.
Yeah,
here.
we're babies.
So, with that being said, I'm in the mentality that I have all the fucking time in the world.
Of course, as you should. Time is the one thing you have and you don't at the same time.
You don't have all the time in the world, though.
Time's the one thing you have and the one thing you don't.
Right. And so it's just like a mental game.
Of course.
That you're playing with time and money.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's one thing I would say to, like, you as well. Like, Cody.
I'm really bad. I'm very money focused.
But
which is good, and it's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
Definitely, like, have more, like, time.
That's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah,
no.
You know how I am.
That's kind of how I wrap into
I don't want you guys to sit here and think that I hate money.
No.
What the
money
fuck,
is the only way that I live the way that I live, or I'm able to do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. But I feel
fun
like
coupons.
Yeah, it's fun, totally. But
yeah,
it's being able to dissociate from the paper factor of money and breaking it down to, like, what does it actually give me and what does it not give me? You know what I mean?
I understand that, but right now I'm at a point where I value money more than I value my time. Like, I would rather chase the bag 10, 12 hours out of the day than prioritize, something less productive, if that makes sense.
Totally, which I think you should.
Right.
As I think if you did that or you did that or you did that or anybody that's listening values money, good for you.
Yeah.
Especially if you're our age, similar age, younger.
That's how it should be if you're young.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because I have a different, association with, hey, I'm not trying to spend every single day right now of my life to try and make, X amount of money this month or this year isn't a bad thing. But just because you or whoever is like, I'm chasing the bag, that's great as well. It's a personal, I feel like, difference. And and that's what I'm saying is, let's not be ridiculous here and say that money doesn't matter and, doesn't have this, whatever, Like, I would love to make more money.
Factor.
I make enough money to
do what you
support the lifestyle that I have currently, which I love. So I guess that's maybe why I have a different association with, like, I don't need to chase the bag at the same time as I am, though, because I wouldn't be putting in all this work on everything that I do if I wasn't chasing the bag. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, it's a yin and yang type experience with money and life.
I mean, one thing to say, like, that I've noticed with my business specifically, and probably many other people that have done anything in their life, like, when you focus on the actual craft at hand and become so good at what you do, money just comes. So it's not even
you're not working at that point.
Well, exactly.
Right?
But money, you stop worrying about money because you know that you're so good at what you do that people will just pay you.
What you're worth.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You just said it, number one, 100%. But also, I feel like that reason why is because, again, I'm speaking from personal experience. So my experiences might be different than all of yours or anybody who's listening. But I've never prioritized money, whether it was a job. I've done so many jobs for free, mixed stuff for free, done work for people for free for a long time. And now that has found its way back to me in much bigger and better opportunities because I value the work, as you say. I value the craft in delivering a great product or on time. I'm responsive. I'm checking all the boxes on whatever this person's looking for and being like, hey, you know what? I'm doing this because I want to do it and because I want to make sure I deliver. One of great quotes that I live by and that I love is from my aunt, actually, who runs a very successful art business, is artists, real artists, deliver. They deliver. So that means breaking down the perfectionism aspect of sometimes us as creators or artists. Oh, this video isn't perfect. Oh, I got a client, hey, I'm sorry, it's going to be, extra amount of days because it's not perfect yet, or whatever that is. Like, if there's a deadline or there's a date or there's something that needs to be done and you got to uphold your side of the agreement, you have to deliver on that date or whatever that delivery is.
That's very important.
You have, again, to how you said earlier in the podcast, you have to execute it.
Yeah. And not focusing on the outcome, right?
You have to, because that execution and delivering is going to bring bigger opportunities to you. Again, I'm speaking from just personal experience. So someone's might be different.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah,
it's
like
similar to what I said. I think when you focus on just perfecting your craft and making sure you make people happy with whatever you're doing for them,
100%.
You get your money just comes. People pay.
Yeah.
If you make them happy. It's
absolutely.
You go into a restaurant, you have a fucking great experience. You're gonna go back and you're gonna pay. Mm-hmm. It's all about giving people a great experience, right?
Totally. It's a value exchange, and that's something that I focus on a lot. And a part of the reason why I do the forms of content that I do across the platforms, because I want to try and give more than I'm asking for. Mm-hmm. Like, I want you to, if you're a gym person, I want you to be able to see a gym video and be like, oh, I want to try that, or I've never seen that, or yes, I do have hip problems, or you listen to a podcast, just how you guys do, I'm sure, is you hope someone maybe hears something one time or have a guest on that resonates with somebody and it clicks with that person, that's value. That's impact. Like, I value that so much. Because I've been so heavily impacted by the stuff that I do from others that I want to try and replicate that impact in my own way.
And I would just say, too, a lot of people don't even understand, like, putting time into something for long enough to make it successful. That's why, like, let's say you're not getting paid for these jobs here and there. That's fine, because you put enough time in, you're going to, like I said, just become so good to where, you're just making money. And that's why, like, valuing time and money, I'm going to always value time. I think you as well, just because 3 years now into me starting this, I'm finally starting to see some success. And it was hard in the beginning with anything. This fucking sucks too, our podcasting, because we're not seeing results, so it's not motivating.
But we're also not chasing that.
I know, but
but one
motivating, right?
Well, sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, it just that's something that I love that you just said is a podcast, and we're not seeing results and stuff like that. I think that's one of the key ingredients of just success, and especially individual success or business success or anything, especially when you're first starting out, is doing it, number one, because you want to do it, because you love it. Even if there was nobody watching right now, we would still be doing this because you guys enjoy it. Number one. And number two, you have to be okay with doing things for a long time if you're just starting with no applause.
You said it better.
For sure.
With no applause, no claps, no likes, no comments, no saves, no none of that shit.
Yep.
You got to be okay with it. Like I said, you post 15 episodes, 0 views, but you're like, man, that was a great episode. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Just like this one.
That's what I'm saying, though. You have to. That's the pureness of it. That's the pureness of the creative and doing something that you guys want to do. And you know what I mean?
And that's what I was trying to say, but you said it much better.
I knew what you meant, and I feel so strongly about that point as well. That's why I had to touch up on that, because I think it's a really beautiful point.
Yeah.
Laughing at it. I was gonna ask you too.
I know. I feel like he wants to ask some questions, or he wants to I feel like we're like shutting him out, and I feel so bad right now.
I'm just thinking about stuff.
How much do you bench?
So actually, funny story. I don't bench at all.
Whoa!
I don't. I can't.
Cap.
No, I don't. I swear to God.
You're wearing a fucking cap.
Oh.
Wait, why?
I lost my AC joint in my right arm in a mountain biking accident when I
thought it was the dirt snowboard bullshit.
Oh, that's what it was.
Dive into that.
God.
Dive into that.
Oh, my freaking God. Yeah, it was a dirt board is what it was. It wasn't because I did eat shit on a mountain bike in Big Bear, but I actually didn't break anything, which is unbelievable. But this was this was years and years ago, but I had bought
Doesn't even remember.
With my own money. Yeah, it was like so long ago, I didn't even remember. I was like, thank you for bringing that up. It was a mountain board is what it was. So years ago, I had bought myself a mountain board, like saved up with like chore money or whatever I've been doing around the house, and bought this thing called a mountain board. It's a snowboard with wheels on it. That's it. And it's got no brakes. You strap your feet in and you go. So I bought it, didn't tell my parents, shows up at the door. I'm like, yo, it's here, yada, yada.
What made you, sorry to cut you off, but like.
Because I love action, extreme bullshit.
Right. But were you itching to snowboard and you just wanted to snowboard year round?
To be honest, I probably saw a GoPro video on like, you know, when YouTube was like the TV logo? Yeah. I probably saw some video and was like, yo, I want one of those. Got it. Whatever.
Okay,
shows
so
up at the door.
Comes in, you didn't tell your parents.
Yeah, it comes in, didn't tell my parents, and then like the following day, I asked my nana. I was like, "Hey, could you take me up to Skyline?" Which I used to live in Corona at the time in the Inland Empire. Yeah. So Skyline at the time before it got developed was like just mountains. You could hike up there, and like you could hike all the way to the top of the mountain. I was like, "Can you drive me up to Skyline? I want to ride it." Mind you, I've never ridden one in my life. In my life. She drops me off at the entryway.
Not even down the local hill.
No, nothing. Never even touched it. Took this bitch out the box.
This guy took
fresh,
a double black
was like,
crazy.
Take me up right now.
Right now.
Drops me off at Skyline. I hike my ass. I mean, a probably good 4 miles. All the way to the top of Skyline in Corona. No cell service.
Just you?
Just myself. Fuck. I am up there.
Up.
I'm high. Strap in, mind you, I got like all my moto gear. I got like full chest pads, helmet, elbow pads. I got the whole shebang. Strap my feet in. I'm like, let's go. Take off. No bullshit, probably got 45 feet. Hauling ass. Mind you, there's like no brake. Well, it has a brake, but it's like a hand lever thing. Oh. It's like a actuator handle. It doesn't work very well, clearly. And I was hauling ass, going around a bend. Mind you, it's bend, wall, cliff, really low options here. I'm going around the bend, probably going like 20 miles an hour on this thing. Like
fast.
I'm cooking, scooting on this bitch for show. Go around the corner, mountain bikers coming up on the other side, directly in the middle of the trail. I'm like, freak out. I don't know what to do. Fall. Take a digger. Good to go. Pop up. I go to get some out of my backpack. My helmet, I turn to my right, and I do this, and my helmet gets stuck. Like, it doesn't, like, let me turn all the way around. I'm like, what the hell? I take my helmet off and, like, pull my jersey down. My AC joint, so where your clavicle and your collarbone meets.
Oh my!
It got ripped apart, moved over, and landed on top of my collarbone. My AC did.
I feel it, huh?
And it was sticking a good, probably 3 inches, not piercing the skin, but like all the way up here. And
I've dislocated my shoulder.
And I thought to myself, yo, okay, this sucks. Like.
Wow.
I have no cell service. Yeah, like I can.
Motherfucker, you didn't even feel it. You fell. You got back up.
Oh.
What?
That doesn't look right.
No, that ain't it. Put that back,
no,
bro.
That's it.
What the fuck?
Dude, guys,
That's
sorry.
it right there. Yeah, sorry.
No, he does not
little
bench.
nudity on the show.
Holy
but yeah,
shit.
anyway, I
definitely not bench.
Yeah, no, I hit it and yada yada. I had to
How do you work your chest out?
Smith machine, incline bench. I do, mind you, after the incident, because I had to walk, those 4 miles back down to the bottom of the mountain, dragging my board and everything in my left hand until I had cell service to call my nan and be like, yo, I need you to come pick me up right now. I got to go to the ER. And then it was like a 2-year recovery process. I was in wrestling and rugby at the time, and I had to stop playing. No. So it was just like, fuck,
was that like one of your main injuries?
Yeah, that was one of my main injuries. That was probably my biggest. I had this. I tore both my hip flexors. I've torn both of my meniscuses in my knee. I broke my sternum.
Is that all from working out?
No, so all sports, track was knees and hip flexors. Football was I broke my sternum and like right down the middle. This was the mountain boarding stuff. So yeah, it's been a journey. Yeah. But that's the reason why I can't bench is because I don't have that joint. Well, I can technically.
Could you technically do it? It would just put a lot of stress on it?
Yeah, so I can incline bench, but I cannot flat bench or decline because when my shoulder's at a 90, it's just all scar tissue. So it doesn't have that stability. And like when I get past this point, if I'm flat, it's just like, yeah, I can't. Lifting it back up is a track. So yeah, I do a lot of Smith machine. I do a lot of incline bench. I do a lot of chest press, like this way, like single arm, like going across to work my striations and stuff. So yeah, I actually don't bench. Deadlift was my main. Deadlift was always my main.
Are you naughty?
I'm always natty. I don't even take creatine.
Dude, I don't even take protein.
I would just say, anybody who doesn't believe me,
fucking work out, dude.
meet me at my house. I will go pay for a test.
Damn.
Oh, okay. One thing that's pretty funny, and I love your advice on this, is I made a bet with my friend. He's Mormon. He just traveled to Madagascar, actually. He's going to be there for 2 months.
The movie or the island?
Fuck, if I know.
Honestly.
But I told him, hey, if I have a 6-pack in 2 months, he's Mormon. Well, he's like, listen.
So?
No,
what is Mormon?
I'll tell you why, dude.
What does that have to do with
I'll tell you why.
Oh my God.
I said, I'm taking you to the strip club.
Yeah.
I said, I'm taking you to the strip
I
club.
told him if I had a 6-pack, he's Mormon.
If I get a 6-pack, I get to take you to the strip club with me.
Oh,
that's the bet.
Okay.
Which
I like
it wouldn't
that.
be for my pleasure. It would be to see his face and how funny it would be.
What's the question?
Hilarious. Listen, I'll get to it, man. Well, it's a 6-pack. Like, I need to get a 6-pack. What do I do?
Where are you at now? Do you have a beer pack?
I don't want to show it, man. I don't know what it's going to look like on camera. I'm like, it's pushing.
It's hard.
Dad bod? Or is it close? Do you see a little bit of definition?
Dude,
maybe
all
a
my
4-pack?
fat just goes right here, but like, no, I got a 4-pack for sure.
I see the Roffies in there for sure.
No, I got like, I can get it, I think, in 2 months. But the other bet is if I don't, I have to do this like broken yolk challenge. Like the eating challenge. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
Broken yolk?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I love the broken yolk, by the way. It's such a fire breakfast spot.
How do I do it?
Oh,
though,
that's
bro?
right next to our work.
To be honest, I wish I could.
sucks, dude.
I wish I
Fuck
could
that
tell
place.
you how to do it, but
Wait, yeah, this is the segment. How do I get 6-pack abs in 2 months?
I'm listening too.
Dude,
I'm not gonna fucking do it.
how do you get 6-pack abs in 2 months?
I don't fucking care.
I have actually almost.
wearing the
I
big
have
T,
almost
so I
an
This guy
8-pack
has a
right
fucking
now.
10-pack,
Fuck,
bro. What do
dude.
you mean?
Yeah.
Bro,
Let's
you
see
want
if I could.
do you have wings though?
On my phones. My lats? My
Do you have
lats are my
wings?
biggest
Nah,
feature.
mine are bigger.
My lats are my biggest feature. I was gonna say after I'll show you a picture.
Gage,
Let's do a
Gage,
wing off.
Tell
after
me.
this.
Oh, okay.
Down.
All right.
Bet.
Yo, just do it right now.
2 months, 6-pack.
Wants me to take my
What's
shirt
the
off on the
advice?
fucking podcast.
Just fucking do it. Take your shirt
Hell
off.
nah.
Do a fucking
Dude,
wing
he's gonna
off.
make me look fucking fat.
No.
dude.
We'll put a picture of him up on
we'll
the.
do
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm proud of it. I work my
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
ass off.
6-pack.
You
though.
should be fucking
Yeah.
proud of
I
it.
work my ass off every day to do it.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
that's
you, brother.
respect.
Appreciate you.
It's respect.
Thank
bro.
you.
6-pack.
No homo, but
be
all
honest,
homo intended. Listen, motherfucker. 2 months, 6-pack. I'm here.
Realistically, to get a 6-pack, like
6-pack.
defined,
Is it diet?
pretty much impossible. It's diet, but it's also discipline.
Yeah.
How dedicated are you
Is
going
it
to be?
What
more
diet, though?
But is it more gym or is it more diet or is it a 50-50
Well,
blend?
gym in general is in my opinion and pretty general is like I really think it's like 70 to 80% what you eat and how you act outside of the gym rather than getting your workouts. Like workouts are obviously important. You got to have great workouts. You got to have intention. You got to be intense. You have to have purpose of why you're in there and why you're working out. But if you go and bust your ass for 3 hours and then fucking leave the gym and go have a Coke or a Sprite and some fucking, some
Fuck a Sprite
whatever.
and a Coke, but, I enjoy my In-N-Outs and my Raisin Cane's.
Okay,
and
wait,
shit,
Hey,
you
so
know?
do I. I'll eat 3 double-doubles on a Saturday night, no problem.
What-
I do
what
that.
is-
I do that frequently.
Matter of fact, this is truth. I eat 1 meal a day.
That's
I do
insane.
that shit too.
I literally eat
said
1
cap.
meal a
No,
day.
you don't.
On God.
Every
No, I don't
fucking
doubt it.
morning, man. Are you hungry?
No, I don't have breakfast. I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner at dinner time.
He said, "I don't have breakfast." I
don't have breakfast.
I don't have breakfast.
drink
I
whiskey
don't,
with my
I don't
food.
know what the fuck I do. I wake up. I don't
What I
fucking
eat is
eat. I have.
garbage. It's all I eat is garbage.
I have
fuck
leftover.
should I eat, though, bro?
Yeah, dude.
It's all garbage.
fucking garbage. Fucking garbage. Dude, I haven't heard that in forever. Holy
Garbage.
fucking garbage. Absolute garbage.
What? What is this shit?
Dude, that used to be a thing that when, dude, back in the
Remember all the poker nights?
Yeah, dude. Fucking garbage, dude. I get like a hand and someone remember Field.
Oh my gosh. This is some fucking insider.
Field. Someone would deal me just an absolute fucking buns hand, dude. And be like, 13 to bet. Field. I field. We would fucking garbage hand.
Poker. We would play poker.
Oh my god! I am my shins and ass are sweating simultaneously. Holy shit!
We'd play poker together pretty often.
Wait, were you at Oasis? Did we talk about your
Don's house, bro?
No, your big party that one time.
Oh yeah.
Were you there?
That's a
You were there?
topic, dude.
Oh, God.
When his talked about that on the
gone?
early pod,
Dude, he talked about that on a podcast.
Did I really? No,
Yes.
I don't think Gage was. Gage
we
might have
posted
been
that
there.
For what?
I held one of like the biggest high school parties of generations at my apartment, my parents' house when they were in Vegas. I don't think you came.
No, I definitely did not because
Yeah,
I
he
would
came.
remember for sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, you know.
Gage wasn't there. Gage wasn't there. Also, him and I weren't as close back then.
Yeah.
So, but no, what he's referring to, we used to play poker like religiously.
Yeah.
Okay, degenerate style, and
Absolute degen nation.
yeah,
dude.
we this was at my old apartment with my old roommate back at it was still in Irvine, San Leon.
Oh my god.
And we had a few acronyms, a few, you know what we would banter
little
about.
words.
And one, if you got a hand, it's gabbage, kind of like Guacamigos down in Newport. Gabbage,
It's
okay?
garbage.
And if you got a dick hand, like a 7 deuce, field.
I field. What'd you have? Yeah, garbage. Absolute garbage hand. Holy hell
Man, I
on
haven't said that
skates.
in a long time.
Jesus, criminy on a rubber crutch. That's funny. Holy hell.
Hey, how's your dog?
My son?
Your son, Milo.
Fucking love that dude, man.
Yeah, is he big now?
He's no. So my dog is actually in a kind of an anomaly, I guess, not in such a good way, but because I have a mini golden doodle. His name is Milo. I love him to death. I love him to death. I would
better.
kill somebody for
Romeo.
that
Go
dog.
ahead.
Fuck you.
No, he's a mini golden doodle, but minis are supposed to get like 35 pounds standard on
So
a
he stayed
mini.
at like 5?
He's about 18 pounds right now, and he's going on 2 years old, so he ain't getting much bigger.
Wait, how big and like use your hand?
If he was on my lap right now, he'd probably be about
18 pounds.
here. Yeah.
Beefer.
Fuck me.
He's tiny.
That's
dog.
still 2 Romeos for sure.
I mean, he jumps on the kitchen counter like a
Romeo
cat,
posted
so
on
it's
Instagram.
unbelievable. Literally, my
commented
dog
on
is
his
a
Instagram.
cat.
Did you?
It's I cannot explain. He's a cat. Yeah, he's an absolute
Damn.
feline.
What goes on with that behind the scenes? Does he stay at home while you do your thing?
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
cool? He
yeah,
stopped
he's cool.
pissing and shitting around.
Oh yeah, no,
everywhere?
he's been good. He's been good on that for a while. I just have to
good.
keep my bedroom door closed because one time I came home from the gym and he tore my entire down comforter to shreds.
Whoa.
Oh, that ain't it.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Damn.
It's like you want to kill him, but you can't.
It's like, hey, listen, Milo, I walk in, I see you do stupid shit. I want to put you in the oven, but do I? No.
That's some
I
cabbage
don't.
shit.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I
want to
do it.
Yeah, I want to fucking, fillet your legs and cook them in the fucking microwave, eat them for dinner because I ate you so much. But I'm not going to do that. You know. You're lucky you're cute, you little asshole.
You guys eat a
Damn
dog?
right. What am I, Chinese to you? Sorry, was
My
that
girlfriend's
race?
Chinese.
We might have
make
to
that.
edit that out.
We make that joke all the
Joe,
time.
You gotta edit that out.
That would look so bad if there was like a Chinese person on the podcast. Imagine they
You
asked
eat a
that.
dog.
Dude, that's like half of the reason why we joke with my girlfriend so much is because she's Chinese and Vietnamese. We give her so much shit.
Oh fuck.
No way.
Oh yeah.
That's kind
Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you about. Was the Lyra? Why we call her Lyra?
Oh, that's
Because her
not
name is Lauren. No, her name is Lauren, like regular Lauren, but we call her Lyra. So
Last name Chen? Some bullshit? You don't
no,
have
her
to
last
say
name is
it.
Frank.
What?
Wow, that took a turn.
Yeah, like
So she's white.
She sounds like she could do your taxes, but she's
Yeah.
full Asian, bro. I swear,
Wow.
full Asian.
Wow.
But
Lauren Frank.
Lauren Frank, yeah, everyone's gonna like
At
fucking.
least it's not Anne, you know. But
Lauren
So
Johnson.
Lyra.
Yeah, no. So like, quick story, I guess. So one of my roommates is, I'm not gonna expose him like this, but I'm kind of going to. I'm just not gonna say his name. One of my roommates loves Asian women, which I totally get why. They're awesome. They're great.
Sure.
But
They
he
don't
like
age.
was watching this chick's live on TikTok one day, and her name was Lyra, like actually Lyra. And she like from China. She from China, and she was on live, and she was like, she does, you know, like one of those people who do like gift cards, but it's like low key a scam, not low key, like high key a scam.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she's like, hello friend, gift card to Venmo, Cash App, Walmart,
That is some
all
good
this stuff.
impression right there.
And then I have an Asian girlfriend now. I've gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Wait, she doesn't have this accent.
No, oh no, she sounds completely regular.
Frank.
Yeah, she sounds
Regular?
like a Frank.
Oh,
Yeah,
honey, what you
yeah.
want I do for you?
Yeah.
That's more
her
Vietnamese.
mom sounds like that.
Oh,
Not her
no.
though. Yeah, it's pretty
Does
hilarious.
she live with you?
No, well, she's pretty much at my house like 5 days a week. So
Yeah.
kind of yes
Sort
and no.
of, yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
But
Sure.
synopsis on the story, he was watching her live one night and he typed in, Lyra, where are you from? And she like is doing her thing. And then she like looks down at the comments. She's like, I'm from China, my friends. And then so now anytime we see her, we're like, hi, my name's Lyra, I'm from China. Like, that's kind of like our thing with her. And she like takes like a champ. But yeah, that's why we call her Lyra. And I'd probably,
Cool.
yeah, it's
How long
kind of
have you guys
lame,
been-
but
how long have you been together now?
going on 6 months.
Holy dick.
Yeah, and this is my first
Wow.
relationship in a long time because I don't fuck with people like
I
that at all.
remember. Yeah. Wow. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
especially
in the
especially
past.
women.
Good for you.
No hate. I'm sorry, I just have had horrible experiences. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I'm sure as dudes,
Yeah.
you,
Oh,
can, you can
sure.
relate.
Hate
So yeah,
intended.
she's awesome.
That's awesome.
I value her a lot, a lot.
Awesome, bro. You're still at the same spot I came to in Orange?
Yeah, in Tustin.
Tustin, yeah.
Tustin,
my
yeah.
bad. Yeah,
Except
sweet,
it's a
sweet.
full house now.
Do you still have your 92?
No, I sold it.
You sold that
I sold my
motherfucker.
E92. I sold it to my cousin,
Oh, so it's still in the family.
of course.
Okay.
Well, because I had some guy that wanted to buy it. I had a 2009 E92 M3 jet black
that's sick.
competition package. Had
Thing was fucking,
sport cloth interior, had a
What?
Vorsteiner VF1 bumper that they don't even make anymore. Like when I had bought it, I knew like, yo, this is a dope car, and they're selling it for dirt cheap. Like
Yeah,
I got it for 30.
Oh my gosh.
6 almost 7 years ago, and it only had 60,000 miles on it. The spec was just gorgeous. You never see jet black, especially you always see Jerez, never jet. The sport cloth is just like to die for. Everyone wants sport cloth. But yeah, I
was it
sold
the
it.
DCT?
Yeah, it was DCT. Well, because I wanted manual, but manual and an E92, the transmissions are shit.
Are they really?
Yes, I read so many forums about it, and I had a couple buddies who had E92 manuals. The clutches just always had problems. They always went out. There was something that just the clutches never made sense in an E92 stock transmission.
I didn't
So,
know that.
and I think the DCT in that car is way more fun because it's dual clutch. So like you get like the experience, especially if you go and get the DCT tune from EAS
I thought
or
they
any
were
other.
SMGs though.
No,
and
DCT.
now- yeah, they're DCTs.
DCT, Mercedes is, I believe, SMG, and then
They're
Porsche's
MCT.
PDK.
Yeah.
Porsche's
Porsche has the best transmission in the game.
Ooh.
You can't deny it.
No,
You can't
100%.
deny it. I'm a Mercedes guy through and through.
For sure.
But Porsche.
What the fuck?
What did
What?
you say?
Chevy,
What?
bro.
Chevy. Yeah.
I failed.
Get out of here.
Fuck your cabbage.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I sold it to my cousin. So I'm glad it's in that family because I
sure.
have another car on the way. So,
What are you getting?
well, I've been building a car for going on 7
The
years.
Datsun? There you go.
Yeah, so I've been building a 1972 Datsun 510 two-door since my senior year of high
Damn.
school, which is going to be 6 years coming up. So
I
yeah.
remember that motherfucker.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? Why are you still working on this shit?
Well, it's because it was going to be for my senior project, and then we were kind of thinking about doing a resto mod, and then it was like, you know what, let's make this an actual race car. So, we extended the front end, we
fuck.
chopped the top, A and B poster an inch and a half lower. We've gone through
shit.
5 different transmissions, 4 different motors, 9,000 fucking different clutches, different ECUs, EMIs, all this, just so much bullshit. Like, so, we've
Is
gone through
that-
like 4 S13s, 14s until we got to the 15s. We went through like 2 different 15s. We went through three 350Z transmissions, two 370Z transmissions until we just realized they were never going to handle the power. When you get an SR20, when they come from Japan, because that's what we got it out, because I wanted to go Datsun on Datsun. So they came, well, technically, I wanted to go Nissan on Nissan, not necessarily Datsun on Datsun, because they came out of a 240 from Japan. But on an SR, when you put them inside of the engine bay, the motor mounts are slanted. So they sit in an angle, and the oil pan hangs super, super low, and the car is super, super low. So we were trying to figure out how to deal with that problem. We ended up going a dry sump system in the car, like a full race car. It's got a HGT transmission, dog box, quick exchange.
That's a fucking project.
Yeah, it's got a full Holley EFI ECU in it, like NASCAR dash.
Sounds like
race pack and Holley AFI. It's got a fully built motor by Mazworks. It's gonna put like 650 to the wheel.
Completion on that? Wait, what did you say? 600 to wheel?
Yeah, a bit over, probably about 650 to the wheel. In a soaking wet car, because it's got an ATL fuel cell in the back, full Radom fuel pump dry sump system.
3,000?
Soaking wet, full of gas, probably about 2,100, 21 and a half.
And you have 600
about
to
650
the
to the wheels.
So light.
You're asking to die.
Yeah, I've said this anytime anybody's ever talked about it. I'm genuinely a little concerned to drive that car for the first time, because power to weight ratio alone is gnarly.
What did you say completion was on it? Realistically,
so we just got it back. We just had all the AC lines redone on it. So we just got it back from Arizona. It's going out to Jack's Motorsports to get all the wiring finally done, finishing up the wiring harness, plug in, get everything dialed in, all the race pack and Holley stuff. It's going to come to my house for probably about 3 months here in the next month or so, because I got to drive it. I got to run it around, make sure there's no leaks in the oil system, make sure everything's good. I would love to say 8 months to a year to be done, because it's got to go to paint. Interior's got to be done. I have to drive it. We have to blow the whole car back apart, put all the final parts in.
So let's say spring next year
would be honestly the absolute goal for me. And
and is that like,
that'll be my fun car. That'll be my car.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is, do you have something that you have on the side that you still?
No, I just have I daily the 2022 or 2021 Ford Ranger Lariat.
I remember it.
Yeah. That's my daily. I love it. The truck's great. Does what I needed to do. Perfect. Like I said, I didn't need the truck, an M3, and a Datsun. My garage is not even big enough, and I have a dirt bike and a poker table in there, so I don't even keep any. I don't even keep any cars in there. You got? I have a YZ450F 2014.
There we go.
Yeah,
I just got a YZ250 2023.
YZs are gorgeous. I love those bikes.
I just got
amazing.
an FU69.
They're absolutely amazing bikes. They're so reliable.
Because KTM shit.
I had a Kawasaki KX250F before I bought the YZ. When I hopped on that bitch, I was like, yo.
It's shit.
This bitch scoots, son. Just when you think it's like, I'm done. It's like, yo, we got a whole nother gear it can go into. Like, yeah.
So you ride dirt bikes?
Yeah, I do.
Trail or track or?
So I've done track. And I have a buddy. I have a buddy who's a super. I have a couple buddies who are supercross riders and like crazy. I don't know if you've ever heard of Brock Schumacher or Gordon Keck.
Sound very familiar.
Heard of Michael.
Supercross.
Michael Schumacher, yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, I remember one of my buddies, Grant, owns a place out at Wavern Ranch in like. What fucking chipped? It's hella far. Yeah. But I remember I went out there one time to ride with him when I was doing an O'Neill shoot. I did some music for O'Neill for their riders a while ago, but they've like been asking me to ride. No, I'm not jumping 40-foot gaps on a dirt bike. Like I'm not
supercross track too,
bro. I'm talking these jumps are.
Oh, I know. It's gnarly shit.
Bro, they are hucking it, bro. Hucking it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I ride trail. I ride trail and desert, and I usually ride with my dad because my dad rides my actual dad, my birth dad. So it's like special to me that I get to go and share that experience. And he has a love for dirt bikes, and that's why I bought one. Is
same, but my dad fucking sucks at riding, dude.
Dude, honestly, me too. But it's fun. Like, I just like going fast.
Motherfucker, you have a poker table at your house?
Motherfucker. Yeah, I do.
How often do you play?
We play like 3 days a week.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we have
Okay, I'm going to say that on the record. Fuck you, okay?
And I'm totally okay with that.
What the fuck, bro? You know I'm
Brother,
up for a little-
the first time you called me at Trader Joe's is the first time I heard from you in like a year. Yeah, like a year and a half.
A phone works both ways, motherfucker. I'm still alive.
Hey, you know. Well, I didn't know that until now.
Sometimes I want to come over and just say, Phil.
Hey, wake up, cocksucker. Salute the flag.
Is it the same group of you guys that play?
Yeah, we have like a group of probably. So if we have a full table.
Oh, I see what's going on.
If we have
you
a
don't
full
want me
table,
to
it's
come
about
and
12.
take
No.
your money. That's what's going on.
Bro,
Just tell me that's what's going on.
Yeah, full transparency, I don't play. My roommates moderate it. There are we're playing tonight. I'm in the group chat only for the reason if I'm like, yo, no poker tonight. We're not playing. And they're like, no worries. But other than that, they moderate it. They do it. They set it up. I'll be in the studio and I just hear, the door opening, coming in, people filtering through the front door. I'm like, playing poker tonight.
The next time you play, when was the last time you played?
We played like 2 nights ago.
Okay, motherfucker. The next time you play, I want an invite.
Okay, I'll text you.
Can you promise me?
Yeah, my word.
Okay.
Yeah, my word. Next time they play,
Basement talk, boys.
next, and you'll walk in and you'll know nobody, and I'll be like, hey guys, this is Avi. He's here to take your money. I'm going inside.
All right.
No. I want you playing.
No, I don't play.
You just said you played 2 days
I don't
ago.
gamble.
Motherfucker, you just said you played 2 days ago.
They played 2 days ago.
When was the last time you played?
I only play if it's like my best friend's birthday, or we went to Vegas for my best friend's birthday. I didn't even play. I don't gamble. It's one thing I don't do. I'll sports gamble like on like Prize Picks when football season and like throw like $100 or something for like across a week to see what happens. But I don't gamble. It's like one of the things I don't do. I don't gamble and I don't smoke cigarettes and I don't do drugs besides marijuana.
It's admirable.
But that's it. That's like my rules.
All right. Everyone give the poker face. Go. Here's mine. All right, perfect. Hey.
The fuck was yours, bro? Yeah, I think you're just you.
I say Kobe, give it an ending, and after this, me and you need to do a lot off camera.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming, dude.
Hey, no, honestly,
that was fucking awesome.
You know what?
I hope this was a good episode.
No,
like I
it
said,
is fucking.
this is great.
One of our longest ones, bro.
How long
I'm sorry. I hope we didn't go over of time.
Thank you.
There's actually
dude,
a lot
this was-
more that I want to dive into,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, because
we-
I haven't seen you in such a
Yeah,
long
no,
time.
no,
that
totally.
I really want to catch
For
up,
sure.
and we can just do that off camera.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
fine.
After I pee and I'll pour myself another drink, I'll hang out for a little bit.
For sure, yeah, we'll
chop
chill.
it up and.
But yeah,
But,
thank you for everything. We appreciate the gift. We're going to have you back on the podcast in the future.
Hey, I'd love to.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah,
Kyler, Ovase.
It's good.
Thank you,
fucking
guys.
episode, dude.
honestly,
Great episode. I hope you guys are liking. Please subscribe, like. We're going to pump out more content. We're going to have amazing people like this coming on the show. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, bro, for coming on.
Thank
Thanks
you guys
again, dude.
genuinely from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys wanting to have me on and
I
bringing
love
me
you.
on to your
I love
guys'
you. Thank you
space.
so
and,
much.
it means a lot. So it's a lot of
Subscribe.
respect for you guys.
Shout
so
out Zill.
appreciate you guys.
Subscribe. If you like
press
the video,
button.
please press the button and Basement Talk. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.